Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here today on GTA 5 with some more racing using the new vehicles. We start with the Yoga 4x4. The thing is, it's not actually 4x4. It's not four-wheel drive. Despite looking like it is rear-wheel drive, as you can see clearly. Well, okay, it's only got one-wheel drive at the moment, but yeah, it's rear-wheel drive, which is a little bit silly. It's just a monster van. It's kind of cool though. It's pretty cool. So we are going to have a go at racing with these. I'm not quite sure what the demo derby is going on at the start line here, but are we going for try and block the entire track? It might be what they're going for here. We're off. We're underway. Oh, okay. So the vans don't quite fit under the start gate. That's something that we should probably bear in mind. Danger Man spun immediately on the inside wall. It's been a very FailRacey start, shall we say. The vehicles don't fit under the start gate, and there's already been a bit of chaos at turn 1. I feel like we've ticked all the boxes for a good FailRacey start to a race, to a video. Longbow's ended up in the wall at the chicane here. Well, we're up to 7th, actually. Can't complain too much about that one. We'll barrel our way down towards the hairpin. We're all good. Right, let's go duck back into the slipstream of some of these vehicles. Get a nice tow up the hill if we can, or no tow at all, because the game decided it couldn't be bothered to give us any sort of slipstream. I mean, that works. It's not ideal. I'll give you that much. It is definitely not ideal, but I guess it is working. On the run up here, we'll go around the outside. I'll stay around the outside of Hyper. It's going to be 3 and 4 wide. Now, in general terms, when we do something like van racing, we generally get the more exciting stuff. For some reason, when we race silly vehicles, we tend to get fantastically wacky races, which is always good. Hopefully, we can keep that up for this. There's a little bit of a breakaway going on up at the front. They've got some clean air, and they're enjoying that clean air. Hopefully, we will be able to do a little bit of teamwork perhaps together and catch after who is leading, and Pegger is leading the way. Ewan in second. We've got me and Chris third and fourth. We're going to have to be working together a little bit. Now, we've got slipstream, we've got catch-up turned on. Pegger will gradually, Pegger's car will be going a little bit slower, so we'll gradually fall back into the clutches of Ewan, and then they're going to start fighting, and hopefully that'll bring me and Chris towards them. Oh, I don't want to be around the outside of the hairpin. Not a huge amount of grip here. That's actually not a place you want to end up if you can help it. We get a really good run off the corner, but I've got nowhere to go with it, so we'll just sit there content to push the grey van forward. Liam has caught up to us. Scotty's not too far behind. Liam's actually now going to... This is going to be Liam's turn to do the bump draft up towards the leaders. Oh god, they actually got hooked onto the back really well. Got hooked onto the back far too well, and we've ended up out quite wide and in the wall. Bugger. Can we get some slipstream? No, we're going to lose all the places in the world. And that's all it took. It's just one little loss of momentum. One little loss of momentum via a brush on the wall, and we lose 4 places. But we're not that far away from the lead pair either, so yeah, not ideal here. Let's see what we can... I'm sure we'll recover. We've got plenty of time. This final corner is interesting. It's a good final corner, that. Slipstream run to the finish line is actually going to be really difficult to make happen. It's such a short run to that finish line, and it's quite a fast final corner, so yeah, we're unlikely to really see that final corner. May well decide the race, or the run down the hill might decide the race. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. We can get up alongside the yellow van. We will do that. Liam's going to look for the long way around at the hairpin. Oh, I don't know if Impega knew there was a van on the outside. They have tangled with one another, and they will fall back. We are up into second place now, so we recovered quite nicely. Recovered quite nicely indeed. There's Brazen. Scotty's got all the way to the other side of the circuit looking for a run. Hyper's got a run. Hyper's got a run, but I think there might be some stop sticks to stop you from going too far off the circuit that Hyper's found. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Don't go too far off the circuit. Otherwise, you will probably get in a lot of trouble. We get a good run down here. That's going to take me to the lead of the race for the first time in this one. Over the jump we go. It's a good little section actually. It's kind of enough of a jump to get some air time, but you're going to stay in control of the vehicle through all of it. It's actually, Scotty's going for the big sweep around the outside. A brave pass will work. You know, that's a really good pass from there with all that momentum. Be careful of the start finish line lights. Thankfully, with the racing line, you tend to be out wide of them, which is helpful. And I'm not having to think about them too much during this. Oh, okay, the lamppost has got a little bit of a wall around it to protect us. we're going to get a really good run towards the hairpin, but I'm not going to have anywhere to go with it. Chris is going to be out way, way wide through there. We'll get no speed on the exit. Suffers that same fate I did. If you just lose that momentum, if you just bump the wall. Scotty's going to explore it. Be careful out there. You will get stop-sticked if you go too far. I don't quite know. Oh, didn't know Gliska was to the outside of me there. That's the downside of trying that. You've got to be a bit more. I've got to be a little bit more careful with that. Gliska's going to get that pass done. Get a much better run on the exit. I've got nothing here that I can do. Oh, Chris, you turned across in front of me. And by the time I realised it was too late. These could pit manoeuvre very easily. You wouldn't... I guess they are rear-wheel drivers, so you wouldn't really think it. Big, they're heavy. You think they'd be a bit difficult to move, but I guess if they're rear-wheel drive, it doesn't take much to upset them. So, I mean, that's easy flat out through. There's probably stop sticks on that outside line there if you get it really wrong. But unlikely to end up that wide with these. Okay, well, we've got a few more laps to go. We're still in this lead group. It's 4 wide almost for the lead of the race through here. We're on our own, so we can just get that lovely run through the first corner. We might even get a lovely run through here. Oh, yeah, let's do it. I don't want to lift. I've actually got sort of track position on Gliska. We're going to get Ewan as well here if we can. Oh, we don't quite get the momentum that I needed around there. Oh, then Gliska's going to get back underneath all of us through there. And Brazen's here, Liam's here. Scotty's going out wide. Looking for, I think he's trying to sort of break the toe from us, looking for a bit of curb boosting. But yeah, there's also the advantage of trying to break the toe. There's a wheel up the hill. There's no point me bothering doing it because the slipstream is more powerful, so I might as well just follow and stay in the draft through there. We're around the hairpin. Scotty's got a bit of a lead. I mean, that is going to vanish as long as we don't do anything too stupid. And this is the problem that we get here, is if we fight each other too hard over second, Scotty gets to run away. We've seen it before. It is really easy to fall into the trap of just fight one another like crazy for second, and the leader will escape. Normally catch-up will deal with that, but if you fight an awful lot over second place, then catch-up might not be enough. Oh, you don't ping off the wall kindly. You definitely don't ping off the wall. I think Scotty might have actually got too far away for us. It's going to have to be a mega good final couple of laps for all of us back here, because Scotty's got a big lead here. Oh, Liam ended up in that outside wall. I mean, we've got a good run through here. Oh, we've got an overlap, and this is the problem, is that we're going to end up fighting too much with Liam, I think. Oh, don't brush the wall. You really can't get away with brushing the wall. As soon as you brush the wall, you end up in all sorts of trouble. I mean, we're trying the same line that Scotty was going for. I guess it's like sort of almost double. You're going to boosting across one curve, boosting across another. Gliska tried to the inside. It didn't really work because they haven't got any slipstream over there because, well, nobody else went that way. What can we do? I mean, this is a great little fight over a second place. It's just a shame it's not over the lead. We've got another good run down here. Is this going to be enough to get us to the inside of Liam? It is, but do you really want to go side by side through this corner? The answer is probably not really. Happy to fall back into, well, not really happy to fall back into line, but figure the better part of that is the better chance we have of catching Scotty is not to make a mess at that corner. We might have given Liam a little bit of a nudge through that one. We're just not going to have enough time. It's the final lap of the race. I think we're going to have to concede unless Scotty makes a big mistake. We are not going to catch. Liam gets a really good run out of turn 1. We'll get that position back from me, almost brushing that outside wall. These do seem to lose quite a lot of momentum. I mean, okay, sure, you're supposed to lose momentum when you bump a wall and everything, but in GTA terms, these seem to lose a lot more than we've seen from some other vehicles. Oh, that was a massive toe into the braking zone through there, which is not particularly what we needed. We're going to go for the same cheeky technique as everybody else. Over there, we've got Brazen up behind us. I'm too far back actually to get a toe of Liam. That's the problem now. Liam may even be clear in second. The catch-up not all that effective with these. I mean, this is not the fastest circuit, that is true and everything, but we might possibly have expected a little bit more. Brazen's on the bumper. We're going to have to really work to keep hold of a podium position here, I fear, because Brazen's going to get a really good run down this hill, and I am not going to do such a thing. Where is that yellow van going to go? It's going to try and go to the inside, but you're going to end up wandering wide, and indeed Brazen can't quite carry the speed through there. Scotty takes a victory. We will claim a third place in this, Liam getting second. Yeah, I mean, fair. Brazen went for that dive on the inside and didn't run us out wide into the wall. Gave us plenty of space for that one. Liam gets quickest lap of the race at 1:12.4. We were not quite up there, although I don't think we ever really had a clean lap. Certainly not a clean lap. I think we were always battling somewhere around them. Final lap was a bit better, but just didn't have the speed for me, particularly here. There we go. Yeah, it's a fun track. The vehicles, I mean, they look spectacular. They are perhaps not the most spectacular in the world when it comes to driving as such. There's nothing massively quirky. They're alright. They look cool and everything. A bit strange being rear-wheel drive. It'll be interesting to see if it does get updated to have the correct driveline. A podium, I can't complain about too much. So, for our second race around here, we have got the Gauntlet Classic Custom. It's essentially the Daytona. Although it doesn't have the wing, I guess you'd have to put that on. So, of course, when we were doing this, we all drive stock vehicles. So we all drive the vehicle. We're all borrowing the cars, if you like. So they're always stock. When I guess this car's stock doesn't have the wing. It looks very wrong. It looks very wrong with the front and not the wing. The back. That's a shame. I mean, it does. There is the wing option, of course, but yeah, that has to be a custom thing. Okay, well, here we are. We're sat in 11th place. Oh, in beggars up the wall. I saw that. We are going to sit around the outside of Scotty, perhaps, through here. Can we get a draft going on? I think we will get a draft on the exit. We get a good tow up the hill with this. Yeah, there we go. We've got a great tow. We're not going to have anywhere to go with it, but that's okay. We're on the brakes a little bit early, of course. Slipstream, getting on the sort of big braking zones when you've got a lot of slipstream can at times be a bit sketchy. Sometimes if you're kind of having your car being flung forward and you try and dive on the brakes, just nothing happens. So, although nothing happens, it just takes an awful lot longer to stop than you realise. Uh-oh! Oh! Am I going to come back down to land? Yes, I am. Problems have occurred for me. God. So the jump that I said was kind of all right with the vans. Well, funnily enough, when it's in the gauntlets and you've got a lot of slipstream, it is a lot quicker. Now we would have been fine with our landing. The problem is there was a car underneath us, and then something happened, and then we went to space and we did a lot of spinning. We've found the pack again. What happened at turn 1? A question for the ages. Something bad would have happened at turn 1, considering I was up in the air doing about 5 rotations. Oh, these are quite oversteery. These are quite oversteery, and too many cars into the chicane has got the better of me again. Oh, Longbow and Chris have had a bad time. There's a purple car at the inside wall. This race is going to have, I mean, there's going to have to be one hell of a recovery drive here. It's not impossible, but if we're going to get anything out of this, we're going to need to do everything right. Now, if you're going to make mistakes, if you're going to have crashes, the start of the race is the point you want it to be, of course. There is always chance for others to make mistakes, and with catch-up and slipstream, you'll generally stand a chance. It's part of the reason why we leave it on. It means if you have a terrible start to a race, you still might have an exciting event. You know, we don't want a boring race, especially not from a filming point of view. You know, driving around on your own for 10 laps is not exactly all that fun. So there's always a chance that we might be able to do something. These are not going to be flat out through this final corner. I want to try and get to the inside. Overtaking might actually be a little bit easier in these because everything's more of a braking zone. So there's more chances for an overtake. There's more chances for mistakes as well, especially with the car sliding around a lot. Stevie was leading the race at one point, so obviously had a bad time here. Can we jump across that inside? We can. We'll get a good run. We'll give some of that run to, I think it's Angus ahead of us. Stevie, please don't hit that inside wall. I'm a bit nervous now going side by side with the car through there. I mean, these are very different to drive. I say not for me. They're quite oversteery. I've never been a big fan of oversteery cars, per se. However, they are at least interesting to drive. They're not dreary to drive, that's for sure. Seem pretty quick. Seem pretty fast. Oh, although when you do a one-make race, it's always difficult to judge how it would compare against other vehicles. If we got a good run out of here, we do have a good run. Are we going to be able to go around the outside of Stevie here? Probably, yes. There's a spin going on for Angus up ahead, who has ended up in the door of Gliska. Somehow me and Stevie actually got through that no problem, which is quite surprising. Gliska didn't know we were there, I don't think. We get a big run to the inside. Now we give Scotty space on the outside. Scotty ran wide and was a little bit slow, so we could move across there safely, so to speak. Into turn 1 we head. There's a Brandon in a little bit of trouble. These are very oversteer. I think they're catching out a lot of people so far in this. Just sliding around. Little mistakes can really upset these cars. Oh, I can see that. Whoa! I could see that one happening. I thought that little nudge might straighten up the pink car. What it did was roll it. That's, again, that's some movie-esque level of crash there. I do apologise. There's no way that I would have expected that to ever roll a car. Not at the... I mean, we weren't... It wasn't a huge deal. Sure, if I hit a car on the side and they were stationary or we were flat out with slipstream, sure, but we weren't. I don't know how we managed that. Interesting physics we are learning. Maybe the nose cone on this acts as a bit of a scoop. Possibly, who knows? Brazen's going to have a big spin over there. I was a little bit careful around that corner because I was just making sure that we didn't end up tangling with Brazen as that car spun. I just didn't know where it was going to go, so I want to give myself as many options as possible as to where I put my car. Move on to lap 5, and we are into 5th, and this is the lead group now. So the recovery drive, well, I say it's been completed. That's not quite right. It's not the end of the race yet, but we've caught up. Oh, and Hyper, I think that was, ended up in the outside wall, spun the car, and that is going to be probably... You can see everyone's fighting with this vehicle around this circuit at the moment. They're moving around so much in this. Liam, of course, is going to be being affected by the odd catch-up. I'm bringing Ewan with us after having got that pass completed. We're going to have a look around the outside. We're going to have a look normal line through there. Hopefully we can get the draft off these two. There's quite a lot of opportunity for curb boosting going on around here with lots of vehicles taking it. Scotty's going to go for that outside. Liam gets a big wobble. Ewan has landed on our roof. Ewan gets away with the roof landing better than I did. Scotty's got such a big run on the outside there, so he might actually take the lead. I've got to back off much as Liam has done there because 3 wide and 4 wide isn't going to fit around the final corner. Scotty with a great pass for the lead. Liam's going to get the lead now, though, into turn 1. I am stuck, getting a really good run on the outside of Impega, who I just don't think knew was there. I didn't know I was there with such a good run. We almost managed to cause a 3-car crash with us all kind of getting pinched together, but everyone backed out of it sensibly, and nobody's ended up in a wall. We want to have a look to the inside here if we can make that stick. We're going to try and follow... We're going to follow Scotty up here. Whether that was a good idea or not, maybe not. We've got nothing going on. Liam, of course, is having all the catch-up. Slaughter ready speed up the hill. No, maybe not going on your... on your own across that way. Liam's going to get away with that. Liam's probably going to repass me down here with a slipstream because he'll immediately fall back into the tow. The group is beginning to reform again. And when it was a 4-car, 5-car breakaway at the front, it was nice. It's not that anymore. Brazen, with so much speed, is going to be in a lot of trouble out wide. I think recovers it, though. Maybe not. Well, recovers it to an extent. Doesn't end up in the wall. I mean, we had the momentum. Scotty went across to take a normal racing line. Impega's bounced the wall, but got away with it. We get the great run now towards turn 1. I've got nowhere to go with it. We've kind of caught this pack. We've not got to the lead of the race yet. We've always been kind of close, but yeah, had to lift because there were fighting going on up ahead of us. Again, I get a really good run through here, but I've got nowhere to go with it. Liam also has a good run, and likewise is getting stuck behind me. Can we have a go to the inside of the hairpin now? Certainly a danger man we can. Scotty's actually left the door kind of open. No, we're not going to get the run off the corner like Scotty will. That's to be expected. Scotty's again going for that sneaky line. Where is the draft going? There it is. We get the run. Impega's come to join us. It's going to be a big fight to the end. Oh dear. Impega's got around the outside. I can't get across to try and join in with this, and I still can't get across to there because, well, everybody's in the way. And now we get the run. Now we get the drop. I don't really want it here. It's a big, big jump, and we are around the outside, and there's absolutely no grip out there. If you end up on that section, you and the sliding around in the background. See, if you end up out too wide there is just no grip. You've just got nothing. As we're all nose to tail through that final section. Once again, I got a good run with nothing to do with it. It's a great battle we got going on here. Fantastic battle. We're on the outside of Danger Man, and that'll put us up into 4th. We finally got to use our good run through turn 1. Not do anything with the good run through turn 2 or into the chicane. We're just stuck following. Although, again, the same can be said for Scotty and Liam. You know, they're having to back off and check up through all of this. We might get everybody to the inside, but I got nothing unless we get a car for some slipstream in front of us. Scotty can't do anything either. God, there's so many cars going every which way. I'm making sure it was clear for me to move across. It was. Ewan kind of sort of up the middle a little bit in all of this. It's madness with these cars. Now we're starting to get the hang of them, we're okay. Me and Danger Man with a mega run on the outside, but nowhere to go with it again. I can't move back onto the circuit because Liam was in the way. It's 3 wide. Scotty going for that inside. It's going to be a mid-air collision. Can they gather it back up? Scotty can't. Scotty's going to spin. No, Liam kind of saved Scotty's car there. Oh, where are we gonna go back here? It's another time where we have a glorious run, but I got nowhere I can go with it. Around the final corner we go. I mean, if this was a run to the finish line, I've got nothing to do other than push Danger Man's vehicle forward because we're just in a big pack. They're 3 wide. Impega bumps the wall, but no harm done there. What do we do? I've got a great run. Liam might have a great run, but what the hell can we do with it? We're just going to sit here and watch as we battle. I get a bit sideways through all of that, and a bit sideways again. His second sort of 2 bites at catching the oversteer. Only good news for me is at least we're going to get a big toe up the hill, in theory, at least. Scotty moves across to the inside. It's just not enough of a toe up the hill. That's the problem. We've just not got a big enough toe, and we're too far back to do anything in these final couple of corners, I should think. Unless Mayhem goes on. Let's not forget, Mayhem is always a possibility for Mayhem in a GTA 5 race with us lot, especially at high speeds. It's 3 and 4 wide as we head across the jump. Oh, we're going to get a good run out of here, but can I do anything with it? Not really. We bang doors with Impega. Brazen has a monstrous dive up the inside. We get the cutback on everybody. We're not going to be able to stop Danger Man. We might get second. I don't know who got it out of me and Brazen. Impega and Liam bang doors all the way across the finish line. What a glorious nonsense of a race that one was. The cutback was good. I don't know whether I beat Brazen to the finish line, though. I'm not sure who got it. Ooh, we did just. Yeah, the cutback was the right way to go with that. The cutback was the right approach. Danger Man got too far out of range, but we ducked underneath and made the most of it. Brazen's dive actually kind of gave me a second there, because Brazen dove from so far back. That was a hell of a race. That was one hell of a battle. I enjoyed that one. The cars are difficult to drive, but kind of rewarding to drive. They're much more oversteery than, I guess, my ideal sort of car, but they do make for an entertaining time. That much is for sure. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. A big thank you to Ewan for building this wonderful, wonderful circuit. That, though, is going to be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.